Hey, what's going on to all of my Libras? So you have the Six of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Devil, the Hierophant, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Justice, the Chariot. Okay, you're getting a lot of major arcana. The Eight of Wands. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 out of 10. Okay. So the Justice represents Libra. You showed up in your own reading. Congratulations, of course. The Six of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Devil, though. A lot of you Libras who are dating right now, right? Or not even dating, regardless of whether you're dating or not. A lot of y'all are realizing that a lot of people, like I've been saying, have been playing games with y'all. A lot of people, you're starting to understand that when it comes to getting to know people, it's like the Olympics out here. You know what I mean? There's so many Olympic games happening. There's so many people trying to be the smartest person in the room. And that's why that's tacky. That's why that's lame. Trying to be the super smartest person in the room. And the reason why is because everybody is afraid of love. Everybody, I could say everybody, but a lot of people are afraid of love. A lot of people are very much so afraid of so-called a lot of people are so-called afraid of rejection. A lot of people, sorry about that. A lot of people are afraid of rejection. A lot of people are out here very much so afraid of the person that they idolize really being like, nah, I can't rock with you because there's something missing in you. You don't have, there's something broken. A lot of people don't necessarily want to get figured out. So that's where the games come into play. And let me show you Libras the cards, right? Because I know some of y'all are like, show us the cards. So hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Let me turn this on real quick. Okay, there you go. So the situation with that is that the Six of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Devil, right? It's about how, so you Libras are starting to, like I said, you Libras are starting to figure out that people out here are very much so into games. So what happens is that you Libras are trying to now figure out what it is that you should do. I will say that the Devil does represent you are realizing that, and you're starting to see through the games that people play, because the truth is, the people who play games with you, they do desire you. They do like you. They really like you. But the problem is that even though they like you, again, they're dysfunctional. So they're not going to be upfront and direct. Everything is a distraction, really, to keep you from seeing how broken they are, and whatever projection they have that they give you is ultimately what they're saying about themselves, because a lot of that stuff ultimately is rejection, right? Excuse me, not rejection, excuse me, projection. A lot of that stuff is them projecting things onto you, but are truly aspects of themselves, right? And the thing is that a lot of you, like I said, a lot of you Libras, don't worry, we're going to get to it, is starting to see through that. So the thing is that the Hierophant is if you pay attention, the Hierophant is it, it's two sides of the same coin. Here you have the devil in one card, and then you have the holy individual in the other, right? The monk, right? So the shining beatific light, right? So the thing is that what you are getting to a state of enlightenment where you're starting to understand, or you should understand, I should say, is that it's not about playing games and going back and forth with the other person, because That's their wheelhouse. That's their wheelhouse. They're the ones that's dysfunctional. You shouldn't be out here in the first place trying to go back and forth. This is why I say you gotta be careful of who it is that you're listening to and who's giving you game, because those people are gonna get you caught up in some stuff. The true objective is for you not to play other people's games, but for you to play your own. And going back and forth and bickering and arguing with the person is you playing their game. Don't play the games. I don't suggest that you do it. And the thing is that the Nine of Swords represents, to some of you Libras, this is going to get you very frustrated, because you Libras are going to be thinking to yourselves, with all this air signness and with all this airiness that you have, all this air sign intelligence that you have, and some of y'all have great ideas and all this other stuff, why are you Libras not in the type of relationships that you want? It's because you're ruled by Libra for a reason. And the reason is to get you to understand that you're ruled by Libra to get you to understand what love is and what love is not. So because you would be easily, because see, you're easily tricked by appearances. And that's why it is that you're ruled by Libra. You're actually supposed to go against certain programmings that Libra, or I should say, that Venus programs you with, or gives you a certain program, actually. The program of Venus is love, and love the appearances and artwork and the finer things. Okay, get the finer things in life and the artwork and the things that are beautiful, but you're supposed to actually, but it's supposed to have substance though. It's not supposed to just be empty, shallow, physical beauty on the outside, but you're just going and spending or interacting with people just for nihilism's sake. It's supposed to have meaning to it. And that's the kind of game that Venus plays, as you being a Libra, as you being a Taurus, because Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. So the thing is that the Six of Pentacles, right? If you pay attention, the Six of Pentacles and the Hierophant is the same person on the card. It's the same monk from the show, right? So this also represents this person. You're supposed to be pure in your intentions, meaning that you're supposed to know what you intend on doing. And I've said this before, the universe is not governed around morality, but you have to be honest with yourself though, here and in here. You have to be honest with yourself. So you have to take it into consideration that it's not about it. Look, if you know you just want to date just for the looks, then do that. If you know you want to date for something long term and very deep and meaningful, then do that. And that's where the catch is. Stop, just stop dipping your toe in, and you know what I'm saying, and playing these games, especially if you don't know how to do it. Now, I'm not saying that you Libras are doing it, but what I am saying is that Libra is not the most lead by example sign, where Libra likes to put themselves in like Libra likes to take risks in the sense of putting their heart out there. Well, that's not going to work. You have to. Otherwise, you're not going to get the type of love that you want. It's not, it doesn't work like that. So a lot of times the 10 of Pentacles is, you got to make sure that the relationship also, if you want something long term that is reciprocal. This person has to offer value as well has to offer more value and get less in return, even though it is give and take, because that's what love is. They offer more value, but what it is that they receive will never actually repay the value that they bring to the table. That's the thing. And the 10 of Pentacles also represents um, the frivolous nature, because this card is dichotomous. It can also represent it. It can also represent the frivolous nature of how duality is. It can represent how a lot of times people can date to get money and attention and food out of people, which is kind of it's lame. It really is lame, because it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's but anyway, so, or it can be meaningful. So the things that the justice now is about, you Libras having to create meaning. But this this iteration of Libra, or justice, in this deck, it actually mean it's actually not invoked correctly, because this person is supposed to be facing the other way. But the point is that it's saying that you're in a situation where you need to understand that um your you Libras, your perception has been wrong, and it's up underneath the devil card. So your perception has been wrong, and it's been wrong for a very long time, because somewhere along the lines you either got programmed, or you thought of it ideally, but what it is that you're missing is understanding the risks that come with it, and the games that people play, and how to get over, or how to see through those games, so you can ultimately stay away from those people entirely. The point is not for you to jump in the pool and start learning how to swim in the pool. No, the point is for you to never get in the pool in the first place. That's what real justice would be, because you're not even putting yourself in that line of detriment in the first place. And then you have the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. The Chariot is about you there needing to be a sense of patience. I've said this before many times. One of the things that I admire very much so with Scorpio and Cancer crabs and Capricorns is patience. Patience is key. Patience is very powerful. Patience is one of the most powerful things in the universe, because everything falls into place when you practice a degree of patience. And this card is saying the same thing with you. You Libras can have, I've said this before, you Libras can have the love that you want, but you must be more patient. You have to learn to pay attention and stop ignoring red flags. If a person has red flags, leave them alone. The Eight of Wands now represents, if and be real with yourself and be honest with yourself. So let's clarify the Chariot. Right? So let's do this. Wow. Wow. All right, so we have to clarify the Chariot. Let me show it to you. You have the Nine of Wands, you have the Moon, the Queen of Swords, and the Devil, which is the exact opposite of Cancer crabs, which is Capricorn. So the Nine of Wands is about you Libras, right? This is you. This is about how I ain't gonna even say this is just you. This is a lot of people. Truth be told, this is a lot of people, because this represents a lot of the people that most of us, everyone meets. But this also represents yourself as well. How it's a lot of hurt people, hurting people in that sense. Now, I take that whole concept of hurt people, hurting people with a grain of salt. Shout outs to Erica. You know who you are if they're watching this video. But I don't subscribe to that, because you got to learn how to heal at some point, you know. And if you don't take the time to heal, then it's on you. And that's the same situation with this. You can heal, and you can get the type of love that you want. All the zodiac signs can, truth be told. Problem is that you got a lot of dysfunction out here, because a lot of people are kind of messed up. And then the thing is that then you have the moon. The moon is about, now you have to be honest with yourself. Is dating for you about someone attractive and beautiful and physically appealing, more than it's about substance? And see, Libra is one of those zodiac signs that can kind of get caught up with the outer beauty of a thing or a person or an idea. And then the thing is that you have the Queen of Swords now, and then you have the Devil card. Excuse me. This is about how you have to not criticize, because this is about criticism. But right, the Queen of Swords is about criticism, over criticism, and then the Devil card represents obsession, but or some sort of mentality where it's trapped, or some sort of trapped situation. And to a certain extent, this is correct, because you are supposed to be cautious. But the Queen of Swords and the Devil is about, you need to pay attention to not being overly cautious or overly accusatory, right? Accusing or putting the blame on other people for your past relationships, because, or your relationships, or maybe even your future relationships, where they may try that on you. Because if you do, this is going to stop you from learning, right? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, the devil, right, on the Devil card, if you can see it, the two people on here have chains on around their neck, but they always have the choice to take the chains off and walk off, and get on with the rest of their lives. It's because the chains are chains, but they're not tight, they're very loose. They can always take it off and walk off. So in essence, this is a concept of free will, that the people who get themselves caught up on out here in the dating pool are people who wanted to do that. They do that. They do that, right? From their own fruition. So these are things that you have to take into consideration. Being caught up like that is a choice, is what it's saying. So comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get this YouTube channel to 3,000 subscribers. Currently, as of right now, I have 2,547 subscribers. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's keep this going so I can get to the goal of 3,000. More incredible things coming up for the channel as well. More things that y'all want to see. Hit the notification bell, and click set the notification bell to all, so you can get notified whenever I drop these amazing videos. Peace.